Hi, I'm SSR from Eternity's Reign. I'm going to tell you how a loot master operates the Eternity's Reign loot system. First, just a little about where we keep the karma point information. As you know, karma points are kept in the officer's notes for each character in the guild interface. This means you have to have write permission to those notes to be able to use the quick DKP add-on properly. Only persons with a specific rank in the guild and above that have that permission. We keep the number of people in those ranks down to prevent inadvertent changing of the karma points. Remember, only change karma points through the add-on interface or we run the risk of losing information, and losing information would mean that we are putting guild members at a disadvantage. Now on to the real stuff. How to operate the add-on. After you have installed the add-on and put the parameters file in place, you can start WoW. There should be an additional icon next to your minimap. Clicking this icon will start up the interface. The top part of the interface deals with log screens and roster interface. I will come to that in a moment. Below that are the buttons that control sessions of play, in effect raids, during which karma points will be awarded and loot rolls can be made. The next buttons deal with awarding karma points during a session. One for giving karma points to the entire raid, one for starting and stopping the clock for awarding periodic karma points, and one for awarding the Iron Man bonus. As of yet, we do not use the Iron Man bonus in Eternity's Reign. From the buttons, only the button that deals with sending changes is important. I will get back to that. Let me show you now how to operate the add-on during a regular raid. Only one person in the raid will run the add-on. This will usually be the loot master, so that the entire looting procedure can be governed by the same person. This person needs to have raid assist to be able to do raid warnings for loot roll announcements. When you have joined the raid and have been promoted to raid assist, start the quick DKP session by clicking the appropriate button and entering a name for the session. The session name is important because it will enable you to find information about loot drops, karma points awarded and spent in the log file. At the appointed raid time, when people have entered the raid but before people roll for raid spots, you award a raid bonus for everybody in the raid for being on time. This is done by clicking on the appropriate button in the mid-section of the interface. Now everybody will be rewarded with the on-time raid bonus. Next, if rolling for raid spots is necessary, perform those until the raid has reached its final formation. People that leave the raid group because of losing a roll will be awarded an individual bonus of 2 karma points on top of the being on time bonus. I will address the awarding of individual bonuses a bit later. Now, you will start the raid timer by clicking the appropriate button in the middle section of the interface. This will start the countdown clock. Every 12 minutes the number of hours raided is updated. After each hour raided, the hourly karma point bonus is awarded to each member in the raid automatically. When the raid is over, you stop the raiding timer so that the hourly karma point awarding will stop, after which you close the session. Then the raid has ended for the loot master. As all software, this one isn't bug-free either. Be sure to check at regular intervals if the timer is still counting down. If not, no additional bonus will be awarded to the raid members. Now, onto the roster interface. The roster interface gives you access to all kinds of reports and management functions pertaining to karma points and the bit manager, or loot distribution interface. When you click on the button, a window will appear with a number of optional views presented at the bottom. There are 4 different views that you can select from: a list of guild members, a list of online guild members, a list of raid members, and the bit manager. The first 3 present more or less the same kind of information. You can view names, character info, current net karma points, hours raided, total amassed karma points, and more. These 3 screens are important because they enable you to get an overview of each character in the guild, online or raid, connect alts to a main character, and make individual modification to karma points of hours played for each character. First, let me show you how to connect an alt to a main. Alts are identified in the list by having their information presented in a purple color. The karma points are awarded to persons, not characters. This means that all alts should be connected to a main as to create a shared karma pool. First, select an alt to be associated with the main. Then control-click the main. Right-click on the main as to open the context menu and click the appropriate menu option to create the alt. The character you clicked first now should be presented in a purple color. Next, you'll want to modify individual karma or hours played for a character. You do this by right-clicking the target character so that the context menu pops up. You can do quick changes to the number of karma points or hours rated by selecting the appropriate menu option from the context menu. You can also open dialogues for awarding or spending specific amounts of karma points for a character. Finally, you can set various number of things like karma points and rated hours as an absolute value. The modification of individual numbers of players is important for correcting any mistakes made. It is also the way to award bonus to raid members that have lost the role for a raid spot. There is something tricky about the updating of the officers' notes you need to know. Most of the modifications, like raid bonuses, the timer bonus and the resetting of karma points, is fully automatic. This means that the information is automatically synchronized to the officers' notes when the action occurs. Messages about these synchronization actions are written to your chat log for informational purposes. However, not all individual changes to karma points and/or raid hours are automatically propagated to the officers' notes. You can spot characters that have changes related to them that have not been synchronized to the officers' note by the fact that their information in the roster interface is presented in a light blue color. To synchronize these outstanding changes to the officers' note, press the Send Changes button on the main Quick DKP window. After that, the blue color should disappear.